In to our Sunday special in Abuja, the Guards Brigade of the Nigerian Army has concluded this year's training exercise by climbing Aso Rock. Civilians also took part in reaching the peak of the 3,071 feet monolith. TVC News defense correspondent Sifon Isien was part of the mountain climbing adventure and now reports.
It's a few minutes after 6 o'clock. The Nigerian Army Guards Brigade troops form up to commence a yearly ritual. Civilians, including children, also join up for the exercise. Climbing Aso Rock is considered the most prestigious exercise for the Guards Brigade, saddled with the task of protecting the president of the country and the seat of power. At the blast of the whistle, everyone sets out for the climb. Aso Rock is a large outcrop of granitic rock located on the outskirts of Asokoro in Abuja. It is a 1,300 feet prominent monolith with a peak height of 3,071 feet above sea level. Nearly 30 minutes of the climb, we arrived at this plateau, home to an agrarian Gbagi village. We gathered that the locals daily go downhill to sell their farm produce.
Now, after more than 5,000 steps up the hill, we've gotten to this point where we just have to stop and catch a breath. This is the first phase of the journey. The second phase is the steepest part, where we have to get to the tip of the rock. It's a Herculean task. From this point, you can literally see the skylines of Abuja, the various rock formations, the mountains, the hills, stretching as far as Nasarawa, Niger, and you can even equally see the sun shining on us and encouraging us to make the journey to the end. I must acknowledge that it's an extremely difficult climb, and many persons are gassing out. Some are stopping to catch a breath. Some may never make it to the top.
1 hour into the climb, we arrived at the foothill of the prominent monolith. The distance from this point to the peak of the rock is 1,300 feet. It presents the most difficult phase of the climb due to its steep nature. At this point, great care and perseverance are required. Any mistake could be fatal. Many reach their limits. More than 2 hours later, we arrived at the summit of Aso Rock.
What started out as a mission impossible has now become possible. I am now on top of Aso Rock, and I feel like I'm on top of the world. At this point, you can see literally the metropolis of Abuja, and any moment from now, our descent from this monolith will commence.
The feeling of surmounting the rock triggers a little carnival.
Aso Rock na my mind. Not be my mind now.
Prominent among those who made it to the top is this girl.
I climbed it down.
By yourself. So next time they say climb this rock, would you climb it again? You're not scared. I'd like you to clap for yourself. Congratulations.
It's an experience many will not forget in a hurry.
I feel on top of the world because this is my third time of climbing this Aso Rock. It's one experience that I would love to try again. It was, at first it wasn't sweet, but at the latter end it was actually fun, and I'm glad I was part of it.
And I'm feeling it right now. I feel like not to go down again. I want to stay here.
For the acting commander of the Guards Brigade, it's a mission accomplished.
You know, every year we do this, and our morale is usually very high when we get to the summit of Aso Rock. It's a renewal of strength for us in Guards Brigade, and we look forward to it from the beginning of the year. As we are executing our training activities for the year, we always have it at the back of our mind that we're ending it here.
The descent is nearly as tasking as the climb. Sliding down on the buttocks presents a good technique.
Coming down this steep path is not for the faint-hearted. It takes a lot of courage. I'm literally crawling down on my buttocks. It's incredible.
Just like the climb, any mistake could be fatal. Wow, it's a cool. After nearly 2 hours of strenuous descent, we finally arrived at the starting point. Climbing Aso Rock is no mean feat, but for the soldiers, it's a task that must be accomplished yearly. Sifon ACM, TVC News, Abuja.